Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426, and today this is the review of the HGUC Zaku I Sniper. Those who watched my live stream like 2 days ago should know that I had this kit and I had plans to make a review out of this. One thing I'd like to mention about this kit is that it's getting more difficult to get the original Zaku I Sniper compared to the Unicorn version, or at least in my country. So it took me a while to actually locate one of these, and I did not get it for the best price. But anyway, let's get on to the review. First of all, I would like to say that despite its simple design, I really enjoyed building this kit, and the articulation was just kind of mind-blowing for its age, or at least for in my standards, being number 71 or 72. This isn't too old for me, but for me, my old kits are like numbered below 52, but this one being over 52, I say it's pretty modern in my own opinion. And yeah, the articulation once again is very nice. I will show you guys later. But first of all, as usual, let's get with the components. First, what you get, of course, is the Zaku I Sniper with that gigantic backpack, a very uncommon backpack, and you get some leftover polycaps. You get two multi-purpose hands, which I'm using at the moment. You get a trigger finger and a machine gun. I attached the trigger finger on the machine gun just to save time. The machine gun is not your typical Zaku II-ish machine gun, but rather the old machine gun that was used. And then you have the main weapon of the mobile suit, the beam sniper rifle. Now the thing is that this is a beam weapon, and the main concept for the Zaku I Sniper is that it's a Xeon type mobile suit that uses beam weapon, or more likely a beam sniper rifle, but it's being a Zaku I, the generator cannot support that, so they slapped on another big gigantic generator to support the weapon. And then you get a open hand. However, there's this other one more open hand where it's not meant. You have this open hand, which is the official one, and there's this other one that it's not mentioned in the manual, but you still get it as a leftover piece. I'm not sure what this was for. I believe it's from like the TriStar Zaku I, but that's just my guess. And if you want to use it, you can still use it. The handguard does fit perfectly. And then lastly, we get some stickers. I used almost all of them. The last one, this big one, is for the scope on the sniper rifle, but I actually just colored that one. So now let's get on to the articulation. And there are some parts which I do not get or do not understand why it's there, because they serve no purpose at all. Okay, now let's get with the head as usual. The head, despite being a Zaku I, it has a very different head and does look like it's really meant for sniping. The head, you have this gold sticker mono eye, and you have this lines on the side, which I really love the design. However, in the manual box or whatever you see, it has an orange mono eye. For me, I don't have a orange Gundam marker, so I just went on with the sticker, and I do love how this works out. However, the inside piece or behind the sticker is a clear piece, so that's kind of just went out of waste. And the mono eye seems like it can move, but it doesn't actually move. It's just stuck in there. And you have this antenna on the side. However, if you bought the unicorn version, I believe the antenna or a different looking antenna should be on top of the head, as far as I know, or back of the head to be precise. The head articulation can go down a little bit, up that much, and then 360 not possible, because if you can see, the backpack is hindering the process. And be careful with the antenna, it's fragile and it does pop out time to time, so I'm thinking of gluing that on. The main body, there's nothing too special going on the design, but I do really like the design. It's not it kind of looks different from your typical Zaku cockpit. You sort of have this ab crunch thing, which I'm not sure if this is the official type, but yeah, you have this ab crunch going on. You can't go 360 full because of the backpack getting blocked off, and then there's this front part that's blocking it off. So I just want to get rid of that part. And now let's look at the arms. The arms have great articulation. The arms build are exactly the same. The only difference being that this has this armor, so on the left side of the shoulder there's this peg going out, so you can attach this and you can move it like that, so if you want to do so. it's on your typical polycap connection. And then the arm can go to the side 90 degrees that much, and has your typical 360 twist and your typical ball jointed hands, and has a double jointed arm, which I was kind of surprised. And then for the shoulder movement, you can go forward that much. Yeah, only forward that much, no backward, forward only. But still, that's a very good articulation. I wasn't expecting this much on my own. And also for the backpack, I really love the details on that's going on. You can see that it's a big, gigantic generator, something that you might see if you, like, I don't know, crack open your refrigerator. And then if you can take off the backpack pretty easily, I think. It has these 3 pegs and holes going on, and being a Zaku I, you still get this latch, which I'm assuming it's for storing weapons, but I do not think you have anything that can be stored here for the Zaku I because of the weapons. And then you have this cable thing going on, which I will mention later. Okay, for the front skirt and side skirt, the side skirt can move to the side that much. And then the front skirt are already separated pieces, so you can move them individually and then go forward that much. And then the legs can go 90 degrees up front, has a decent 90-degree bend, or a little bit more bend. And then the feet has this articulation where you can go forward that much. Pretty interesting. And then, as you can see, you have this different looking knee. This can actually extend like this and make some sort of third leg. This is actually a really good part or support for the sniping pose, which we will get into later, or pretty soon actually, after the machine gun. And then I really liked how it looks really natural after you fold it up. I mean, yeah, I just really love how it turned out. But okay, now let's look at its weapons. Weapons, once again, you don't get a heat hawk for this, but I'm pretty sure those who bought a lot of Zakus should have enough heat hawks. You can hold the machine gun. Once again, the trigger finger, and the weapon does not have any hold and peg system going on, so it may feel a little bit jittery, but it gets the job done. And I really do like this machine gun. I never liked the typical machine guns that we see with the Zakus. Really like it. And the visor, or the scope for the machine gun, inside of that is also a pink sticker, which only goes to the front, I believe. There's no sticker on the back. Okay, now let's look at its sniper rifle, its main weapon. And what I realized is that these old trigger fingers are not easy to separate. At least this one is more easier to separate compared to my last kit. That one was just painful. I actually almost broke my nail on the process. Okay, now we have the sniper rifle. Before I attach it to the hand, I'll just like to get things clarified. These black sections here, those are not separate pieces or anything. I colored those in a Gundam black panel line marker because in the images for this version, everything inside is black, so that's what I did. This small one I used the sticker. The bigger one, which is a clear piece inside, I colored it in metallic green using a Gundam marker. So that's pretty much it. And this one can technically move, but however, this black line / cable thing is hindering it. And this is not actually a cable. This is just a plastic piece that looks like a cable. So be careful when you're applying this. This is like one of those fragile pieces if you're not careful. Okay, now let's get on the hand. Now holding it is not much of a problem. It's sure still a little bit jittery, and then the ball joints sometimes may not be able to support this. And if you remember, there's this cable going on to the backpack. You can take this off. Oh no. Okay, I'll just explain how this works. Now, this is how it works. You get this shoelace material, like you see in the Gundam Mark IIs, for example, and then you get to put in this electrical cable thing that you would see with the Goof Custom, for example, and then you just need to plug these inside those pieces. Which, oh boy, please don't do this to me. You just need to plug it in, and it holds in pretty well than you think. And there you go. And then you have this extra peg going on, and there's a small hole on the sniper rifle. You can attach it there. But it has a firm connection, so no need to worry if you get it on the right position. I don't think I got it in the right position though. Should be fine enough. And then this actually helps you support the weight of the sniper rifle. And despite the cable, this does not hinder any posing issues. So with the sniper rifle, to make it more pose accurate, you want to use the open hand. The official one, not the leftover hand. Because that one has a really awkward connection for some reason. And then what you do, or in the manual, the Zaku one would be holding the beam sniper rifle like this most of the time with both hands, unlike like you would be supporting the front like that. So for the posing, this is where the that knee part goes really helpful. So first you want to bend the one leg like this, and then bend the other, and then you want to extend this part, and there you go. You don't really need to match it up to be the exact same height, because just with this could be just with the support could be tricky. So you want to use the other feet to give a extra support. So now you actually have a decent knee bent pose on the ground, which not many kids can actually pull this off properly these days. And then with the good articulation or shoulder movements on the arms, you can now point. Now, of course, sometimes it could be tricky, but it works. Okay, there we go. Now we have the sniping pose. I really love how this looks and how it turns out. So that's pretty much it for the sniping pose. You can basically do all sorts of poses. Like with this, you can making it shoot forward, back, forward, or like upward or downward. So it's really up to you. So that was pretty much it for the review, and there's some other stuff I would like to mention. Like there's this peg going on the bottom of this section of the sniper rifle. I honestly do not know what this serves for. It has no purpose at all. And there's this other piece on the shoulder where it's currently covered up, but you actually put this small piece to cover up this hole that's inside the body, and it only applies to this side. There's no piece for the other side. I have no idea what it serves for. My guess is that with all these stuff, Bandai was planning on to do more variations for the Zaku I Sniper, but they never did, unless they were planning. Unless I don't know. I might need to try out the Yoram Kirks or the Unicorn version, but I highly doubt it's going to be like different. And I'm hoping to see a Thunderbolt version of this, because this being a sniper type mobile suit, and then Dario is more of a sniper type of guy, so it would be interesting to see him pilot something more like this, but that's just me. Anyway, thank you for watching the review. This was the review of the HGUC Zaku I Sniper. If you have any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If I got anything wrong, leave a comment below as well. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out of, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time!